Hey, what's up YouTube? Backer Caliente. I'm here in the Caliente garage and I'm making this video to give you guys an update on my battery that I recently installed inside of my DCT Honda Goldwing. Just to give you guys some backstory, the Honda Goldwing came with a Yuasa battery. When I first purchased my Honda Goldwing, I had some issues with the battery starting the bike, and it's a little hot in this garage. I had some issues with my battery starting the bike when I first purchased my Honda Goldwing, and I took the bike around to a battery place, basically for them to test my battery and let me know if the battery is fine. Make a long story short, they said my battery was fine. They didn't see anything wrong with it, but on occasions the bike wouldn't crank because of that battery. So I ended up taking that battery out and I went with another brand. I forgot what brand it was. I think it was a Duracell, if my memory served me correct. The next time I had a problem with my bike, which was in 2025, so that's about 4 years. 4 years later, I ran into a situation where after I washed my bike, for some reason my bike wouldn't start. You guys probably saw the video. If you didn't, I'll leave a link where you guys could check out that video. And I couldn't figure out what was going on with my bike. To make a long story short, I ended up taking out that battery and I went back with a Duracell. So I just wanted to kind of pick up from this particular point and give you guys an update on my bike. Now, I initially thought that maybe water got over into the switch to prevent the bike from starting. But at this point, I really believe that the problem was with that Yuasa battery. Even though I tried to boost the bike off and I couldn't boost it, I really believe that something was going on with that battery. But just to give you guys an update, since I took that Yuasa battery out of my Honda Goldwing, I have not had any more issues with the bike attempting to crank at all. No problems whatsoever. As a matter of fact, here recently I went through pretty much a flash flood, and the next day I cranked the bike up, didn't have no issues at all. So I really believe that the problem was my Yuasa battery. Now I know Honda puts the Yuasa battery on the Honda Goldwings from the manufacturer. Honda doesn't make batteries, but they use Yuasa batteries. So I do understand, and I understand that there are some riders out there that has the Yuasa batteries that may not have any issues. But when I look at some of the comments that are on my videos, including my experience that I had with the Yuasa, at this point, and I've said this before, I never plan to put another Yuasa battery on my bike, even if the battery is absolutely free. I do not want a Yuasa battery on the bike. And the only reason I say that is because in the very beginning, after I purchased my Honda Goldwing, I had an issue with, sometimes the bike wouldn't crank. Once I replaced that battery, I never had that issue again until I finally just went back to Yuasa here in 2025. And then I ran into a cranking issue. Since I removed that Yuasa battery, I've not had a cranking issue. So if you guys are watching this video and at some point you're going to replace your battery, I highly recommend, in my opinion, do not go back with the Yuasa battery. Now, I'm not sure if they're using recycled lead. I'm not sure if they're using substandard equipment. All I can tell you is that when I put the Yuasa in my Honda Goldwing, my bike, it just doesn't like that battery. It doesn't want to crank. So I'm gonna pull up a picture of this battery, this Yuasa battery. Let me go to my desktop, and I'm gonna pull up a picture. This is the Yuasa battery that comes standard on the Honda Goldwing. It's a GYZ 20L, and they call it a high performance maintenance free battery. If you look at the specs on it, you want to pay attention to the cold cranking amps. Now, this Yuasa battery is only giving you 250 cold cranking amps. And here's another thing I really want you to pay attention to. You're only getting a 1-year warranty with the Yuasa battery. You're only getting a 1-year warranty. Now, if it came new from the dealership when you purchase your Honda Goldwing, they may give you a longer warranty. But if you just went and bought your own Yuasa battery, Yuasa is only offering a 1-year warranty on their battery. So, that's like what, one riding season? So the battery that I recommend, the battery that I'm recommending for you guys to get would be the Duracell. The Duracell has 310 cold cranking amps. 310. And it comes with a 24-month free replacement for 24 months. So you can see the difference there. You're getting 310 cranking amps to the Yuasa 250 cranking amps. And then you're only getting a 1-year warranty with the Yuasa, as opposed to a 2-year or a 24-month free replacement. So you're getting more cranking amps and you're getting an extra year. And if you look at the price, like this Duracell is only $154.99, but look at the price of the Yuasa. It's $132. Now you can shop around, but this is just what came up. $132 as opposed to $154. So you might as well spend another $20 to get more cranking amps, an additional year on the warranty. Now there are some other batteries out there that you could buy. You can look up Goldwing batteries. For example, here's an extreme battery. It's only $124 a month. It gives you the same cranking amps as the Duracell, which is 310. But let's look at the warranty. You're only getting a 12-month free replacement. So when you buy a battery for your Goldwing, you really want to look at your warranty. But if you look at this price, $124 for 310 cranking amps at a 1-year warranty, and you compare it even to the Yuasa, it's a little bit cheaper than the Yuasa, but you're getting more cranking amps, because the Yuasa, you're only getting 250 cranking amps and you're only getting a 1-year warranty. So I just wanted to show you the difference. But in my personal opinion, if you guys need a battery for your Honda Goldwing and you want to go back with an AGM, I'm not talking about lithiums, I'm just talking about an AGM battery, I highly recommend the Duracell. It's a lot better than that Yuasa, because when I go with this Yuasa, for some reason, man, my bike just started having issues with cranking. Even though when they put it on a tester and they said the battery was good, it may be good, but for some reason, my Honda Goldwing does not like that Yuasa battery. So this is the Duracell that I recommend, just like the one I pulled up on the screen. This thing is heavy too, man. Get a Duracell, okay? Stay away from the Yuasa. You want to get the Duracell, 310 cranking amps, and it comes with a 2-year warranty. And you can pick this things up. You could actually pick it up at Battery Plus. So there's a Battery Plus everywhere, or you can just order it online. So in my opinion, Duracell. Okay. I never plan to go back with another Yuasa, even if it's absolutely free. And for the ones that have the Yuasa and you say you never had a problem, I do understand. I do notice about the Goldwing that it requires a lot of cranking amps. It requires a lot of power. And some of you guys, I hear comments a lot of times. You'll ask me, or you'll question me about my LED lights. Well, you got to understand, LED lights pull very little amps. It pulls very little amps. So another thing is that the battery for your motorcycle is to crank the bike. It's basically to start the bike. Once the bike starts, it's like an isolated generator, but I'm gonna call it an alternator. Once that kicks on, then that powers the bike. That provides all of the power to the bike, and it recharges the battery. So I don't know, some of my viewers are always questioning my LED lights. The only time that can actually be a problem is if the bike wasn't running and you just had the bike in accessory mode and you just ran the bike. You just ran lights, maybe just sitting there playing music with the bike off. You're not putting power back into the battery, and at some point you could run down your battery. So it wouldn't matter if it's a lithium battery. It wouldn't matter if it's a car battery or AGM battery. If you're not charging that battery, then you will pull the battery voltage down. Okay, so for my viewers that question my LED lights, that has nothing to do with it. The battery cranks the bike, and then the generator kicks in, or the alternator kicks in, and then that provides all of the power to the bike, and it charges the battery, even though the LED lights pull very low amps. So I just want to put that out there. But the takeaway from this video, stay away from Yuasa. If you have to get a replacement, in my opinion, go with a Duracell. Go with the battery with higher cranking amps, the AGM battery, Duracell 310 cranking amps. So go with that, and stay away from Yuasa. And once again, once I removed the Yuasa out of my bike, I have not had any more issues, any more problems. And I've washed my bike probably 5 times since that actually happened, including going through a flash flood. And I never had any more issues. So stay away from the Yuasa, guys. And that's just my opinion. You can let me know what you think. You can drop it in the comment section below and let me know what kind of battery you recommend, or let me know what kind of battery you run. But in my opinion, stay away from Yuasa. Go with a Duracell. I'll see you guys a little bit later out here in the Caliente garage. And thank you for joining my YouTube channel. Appreciate it.